You know?
I'd like to share a process that people can...
I've actually welled up at the thought of...
I'd like to unpack that in terms of sharing a process that will enable somebody to do exactly what you said, and that is to be present and to acknowledge the aspect of us that's expressing itself.
Yeah.
Well, there's two parts to it. And I use this whenever I get hit with a curveball. Either sitting or laying, and then there's eyes closed, a full acknowledgement of how you're feeling. So the person, if they feel shame and embarrassment, that was my last one actually, I would say, I feel embarrassed. I feel embarrassed. I feel ashamed. And keep repeating it over. And what it does, it keeps the person connected to that emotional experience. I feel embarrassed. I feel humiliated. Can't believe I said that. Can't believe I did that. I feel shame. I feel embarrassed. And what will happen is that the level of intensity will start to drop.
Yes.
And what's happening is where the cortisol, the noradrenaline, the stress chemicals, the gland that is releasing that, by staying connected to that state, it will stop producing the level of stress chemical until it won't produce it at all. And what will happen is the person will go into a peaceful state. Again, it's our natural state. And at any level around, I feel so much better. Anything around that point, the next stage is to talk to the mind and to approach it like a 3-year-old child and to talk to it. And it's making the sounds that you would to a child. So it's like, shh, shh, it's okay. Okay.
This is making me
gosh, this is making me cry. What have you done, Vinnie?
That is so powerful.
Oh, bless you.
Thanks, Vinnie.
Thanks, Vinnie.
It's really, really powerful.
And what it does, it calms it down.
Yeah, it does. And it lets you have a voice. That's the thing. And so many of us grew up being told to be good girls or good boys or shut up. And, you know, we were ignored and we felt very, very invisible, in other words, because we were brought up in the culture of people, children are seen and not heard. And we saw and witnessed traumatic things that we had to internalize rather than tell someone because we weren't allowed to. All of that, you know, and you just need to come to a point in your life, whether you're 60 or 100 or a million, and be heard, you know. And that is so powerful, Vinnie. Thank you. Thank you.
And that acknowledgement is what you're actually doing there is introducing a new energy into the field. And it's got to be done from a place of love. So the person feels it. And even if they have to pretend, it doesn't matter. We're doing a lot of that anyway, and our body will respond as if it's real. Just like watching telly or listening to music, we'll go through different emotional states. We know nobody's in the telly, but the person can find themselves crying or angry, all these different emotional states. So we're doing a lot of pretending anyway. When this is done from a loving place, and it's shh, I'm here, it's okay, I'm here, and the mind will become completely still. And then it will start again, but it won't be as intense. And then it's repeating it over again and treating it like a 3-year-old child, because it doesn't know any better. It just in reaction, like a child running around frantically. It has no idea about cause and effect, and it's just out of control. And, you know, you'd approach a child in a loving way rather than a critical way. So the term monkey mind and all of that stuff, it's all like being abusive to a child. So by approaching it in a more of a high vibrational place, the mind automatically responds, because the mind's actually energy. It's a frequency of energy, or a number of frequency bandwidths operating. but it is energy. And by approaching it in that way, it's introducing a high frequency energy, and it will respond very, very quickly. At the end of this process, the person will drop into a very deep, peaceful place.
Yeah. See that,
And
mate?
where they can actually view whatever the challenge is in their life from a peaceful perspective. And what they've done is connected to what was already there within them that they disconnected from.